Hi, Hridika. Good to see you. We've been working on HFS's first Horizons report on intelligent document processing. Uh, I suppose a lot of people will wonder what it is for a start. Can you give us a quick summary on what we're talking about when we're talking about IDP, intelligent document processing?
Hi, David. Yeah, so I think intelligent document processing, simply said, is just probably putting in a document in the system in a software, and it brings out all of the important information. It extracts all the important information and puts it in a place in a more formatted manner, which is easily readable. So in a very easy to read way, that's what it is. But there's more to it now than probably when intelligent document processing started off, really.
Sure, and it's been an interesting journey for that market. I think one of the things we discovered as we were being briefed by quite a number of the leaders in the space is how much it has changed in the last year or so, and how much they were actually leading the way when it comes to the world of LLMs and Gen AI, but actually keeping all of that quite secret. They won't make it a big song and dance about it now, but perhaps they are now. What were you seeing? And I think it'd be interesting for our listeners to understand what the differences might be, because I can appreciate that a lot of people would feel I'll just throw all my data into an LLM and get it to sort it out. Is that game over for IDPs then, or is there more to this than that?
Yeah, so I think David, pretty much this is quite a crowded space. The IDP vendor space. There are multiple vendors playing here, and what we saw when we did the briefings was there was a good categorization between what each of these different vendors are doing. So Horizon 3, typically we call them the market leaders here. They are doing they're doing the basics, that is extracting data. That's what intelligent document processing is supposed to do. But they are also doing much more. So the likes of automation anywhere and Abby and UiPath, and there are quite a few other names in this space. So what they are basically going above and beyond to do is using the data that they are picking up from the documents to put them into a more readable format, number one. Number two, using that data actually to derive insights out of it and go towards a direction of using that constantly to help other enterprises derive real time insights. So that's what we see is the main difference between those who are the market leaders, and then we also have the Horizon 2 enterprise innovators who are doing more than just like basic extraction, but are have started to reach a level where all of that data that they are getting out of intelligent document processing is helping their enterprise become better in terms of either seeing customers deriving more value out of it, or they are probably seeing processes internally really working well because of the data that is being extracted, or maybe employees internally or partners, they're really gaining out of it. So but it's not like 360 degrees yet. So that's the difference between Horizon 3 and Horizon 2. And Horizon 1 we call the disruptors. They have an amazing product in place. They're doing all of the things right to get all the basic extraction features correctly done. But what they are probably missing, or is something that is making them still stay in the Horizon 1 space, is they are probably just doing the basics. But again, that's not a bad thing, right? Because again, like I mentioned, this is a crowded space. So there are different enterprises looking for different kind of vendors doing different things. So not everyone is a mature client or a mature enterprise. So all of these guys are actually taking care of different parts of this market. So I think they're all doing a good job, and they are catering to different needs that are required.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. This idea that it's not one size fits all out there, and it's not one company will be best for you simply because we deem them the best in the market. It doesn't work like that. It's really about fit. Who is the most appropriate, or who's offering the most appropriate technology for the problems you're trying to solve? And we'd always recommend people look at what the outcomes are that they're looking to achieve, and therefore using appropriate technologies for that. So, given all of that, given the excitement around Gen AI and LLMs, and we know that some of the leaders in the market at least are already have their own LLMs as part of how they work, or they work with LLMs and Gen AI to get to solutions. Is there any particular candidates in this particular report that really stood out for you, or anything that you think enterprises should be looking out for?
I think it's. I think enterprises should be looking out for those particular vendors who have a more futuristic outlook, who are quickly changing. So it's good to have a vendor who's doing everything right, but also we want someone who's quick to change with the changing and evolving landscape of this market. So when we started this study, IDP was still quite big, and then Gen AI came, and then everyone was like, "Is IDP even needed anymore?" But then now again, we are at a phase when we release this report. We are at a phase where IDP clubbed with Gen AI can really be a deadly tool to help enterprises get more out of their IDP than what they were placed to do, say, 10 months back. So I think some of these guys have already started showing us that Gen AI clubbed with IDP can be a great way to improve outcomes, but there's still a lot of them who are still exploring that space. But I think it's the vision and the value prop. What are the things that they say they want to do and are acting towards it? It's not just saying that they want to do it, but what are they doing towards it really, which will differentiate the ones who can do it and the ones who are probably going to get left behind.
Okay, and I think that actually tells the story of the world we're living in today. If you think about it in terms of, yeah, people were kind of predicting the death of IDP with the arrival of Gen AI, until people realised that if you work hand in hand, if the bots work hand in hand with the technology of IDP, you get an augmented output. And that's the story of Gen AI, full stop. It's if you work with it, you're probably going to do something even better rather than just kill off the thing that stood there before. So, Hridika, look, I think that's probably all we've got time for today. Really good summary of what's going on in the market, and I hope people will now take the opportunity to read the report, look at the detail, and make some smart decisions about which IDP vendor might be right for them.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, David, for this quick session. And I hope our readers get some quick insights to go further and read the full report.